Hello and welcome to the Robot is Dead gaming channel. I'm Robot, and you click to see what I think about stuff, and I'm gonna come down really hard on this, but so if Borderlands 4 is your favorite game, please click off the video. Just get out of here, with all due respect. If you want to support a small creator, please like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. I've been getting more support now than ever, and I just can't thank you enough. That was my phone going off in the background. But, so, I want to go ahead and just dive into this. We're going to take this one step at a time. I'm going to try to sum this up in as many ways as I possibly can. What you're looking at is me playing a little bit of the game. I've only dosed myself with about 15 hours of this realistically. I have not checked, but just to give you an idea of my history with these games, I've got hundreds of hours in the Borderlands franchise, and that's just logged on the PlayStation 5. I'm a big fan of the characters, the previous characters that have existed up until this point. Your Handsome Jacks, your Tiny Tinas, your Moxies, I even like Roland. I think Roland is a pretty good character to be as vanilla as he is. But so since starting and just kind of seeing where the franchise is going, I'm going to say a few things, and I want to garner a live and let live environment a little bit more around me, a little bit more of, one of my closest friends said it, a speak your truth thing. I knew about 10 hours into this game that this game is not for me. And it has nothing to do with optimization. The gunplay is still good. I'm going to defend it, but I need you to look at this messy UI. There's so many things going on. I feel like this is one of those franchises where it's kind of losing touch with itself. It's trying new things, which you have to applaud, and their answer has been, let's get more open. Let's get more open. Let's get more open. Now, I see Destiny motorcycles. You know, you're getting around just like you would on Destiny, and it's funny. Now, they have jetpacks like Destiny, too, and what's weird is right after, I would say, I'm loose-lippedly using the word plagiarism, but it's more like just copying an idea. That's a better word here. As they copied this idea, isn't it weird that they took the planets out and now it's all just one big continent? Isn't that weird? Now I get it. The guns are so different this year. And the gunplay is good. You know, gunplay being good, I said it in my Ready or Not video, gunplay being good is a bare minimum for games in 2025. And I'm not going to say that this game looks bad, but I hate it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for that opinion. I hate it. I hate the way it looks. I hate the fonts that they used. Back in the day when we played Modern Warfare 2, you would get a dopamine hit. It's like scientists knew what to put there, what not to put there. This is one of the few chests that I could find in the game, by the way. I killed a couple bosses. Only one of them dropped, and it wasn't a real drop. It was, puny. And I killed one boss and no drop, but they've changed the systems out. So now they've done away with most of that loot box system, which was so fun. There's nothing like being there with your friends, whether it be cooperatively looking at a chest where you're going to get your own drops, or if you're looking at a chest and you both have to share the same drop. Something about that moment was magical when it used to exist. Now I know you're probably hearing me. You're like, this old cat, he's caught in the old way. He's not seeing the way things should be now. I don't understand why they used some of these UIs. Like, see the letters that they used for the enemies? I don't even like that. I don't like the fonts. The map feels messy. It feels open and yet still lifeless. I can't, other than you've got a few ops, like I'm looking for these fights to get into with ops, and I get it's so open, but it is so empty in the open spots. I actually liked when I started the game. I like that area that you start in. I like that area the best. Call me crazy. I really liked that. I thought that it was going for, sort of like a callback of when you're in a vault kind of feel. And another thing to note, I could not make myself finish this. all the busy UIs and everything being ugly and the guns being so different, but yet being same is really, I don't want to use a curse word because I want to get demonetized, but you could look at this UI, and unless you hover that cursor over the gun that you were looking at in this messy UI that looks a lot like Destiny, when you're looking at this UI, it's like, I had to ask someone walking past me because I was like, am I going crazy? Maybe it's just me. Does all this stuff just like noise look like noise now? All of these guns, they might be so terribly different, and when you get them in your hand, act so terribly different. But I'll be damned if in the UI, in the UI that they don't all look the same. And it's noisy. Sometimes games need to call back to a simplistic approach. Sometimes less really is more. And I guess that's why I've been doting on this skate game that has stole mine and my friends' time here recently, is because it's a simplistic approach to something. I'm not saying that's going to hold up over time either. Another few things that I want to touch base on with this. I'm not angry. I've had a full realization, especially when you've been gaming as long as I've been gaming, that, which is some time now, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of hours in Borderlands games in every format can come in for a long time. Maybe these games aren't meant for me anymore. Okay? So that's another thing. It's not always, because I'm just, putting down opinions here, and I know it's lighting fires in the eyes of the people closest to me, and their keyboards are getting hot. And I've been openly rage baited for this shit. No joke. Openly rage baited. And fell for the bait. Because this happens to be one of those franchises that I'm very, very passionate about. I am. And I've heard the defenses. Because I'm in the trenches. The defenses. If you really wanted to like the game, you'd finish it. But man, that arises an even bigger question that we should start asking ourselves. How many episodes of an anime or a piece of media do you watch before you decide, this isn't for me? I'm not enjoying this. So, in my heart of hearts, the best advice that I can give you playing this game, if you're not from the old class, I'm saying you might come in with a little bit of disappointment. It's still got good gameplay. It's still Borderlands 4. It's a mainline title. It's in 2025. Here I am, see? I'm defending it. But I've killed more same enemies. Ran into more characters that, frankly, they are forgettable. Frankly. All of these new characters are forgettable. That's the only word that I could come up with to really sum it up. All of these characters being introduced, even the villain that they show you in the first 10 or 15 minutes. Of course, the people I'm talking to about this game, not happy. They're not happy with my take. And with my opinions, I feel like I'm always either at the tip of the spear, sort of like a pioneer, or I am on the back end and I'm the idiot. And I'm the club idiot for this one, for missing the old way of the way Borderlands used to be. And I made sure that I wasn't looking at this with rose-colored glasses. I actually loaded up Borderlands 2 just to see, because Borderlands 2 is the GOAT for me. And I loaded up Borderlands 2 and I played it with someone who it was their first time experiencing this. And within the first couple hours of the game, and I've got many characters, I mean like 7, 8 characters. By now, that's just including on this console. That's not all the other times I've made characters. Oh yeah, and by the way, don't get me started on the characters in this game. I'm not really a fan of any of them. And I've started a couple, and I think the guy with the axes is the coolest. You'll see me throughout this video. I'm using the siren. That's a callback to one of my favorites, because I miss the long distance revive when you I call it Brett Favring someone, when you hit the phase lock, long distance respawn, and stuff like that is badass. I immediately noticed on the older game, when I opened up the tree, you see stuff that like breaks the game. It's so cool. It's like whoa, if I do this, I get this, and whoa, hold on, that's OP. That's really OP. And it incentivizes you to go up further in the tree. Now, since I haven't started all the characters, I'm not going to put my opinion in on all of that, because really, what little I've played of the game, to me, is so samey, and it felt like busy work. I wasn't even going to make this video, honestly. I've been begged for my opinion. I wanted to let this sleeping dog lie because of that same conclusion that I came to you about. I have these opinions. I don't like the way the world looks. I don't like the way the guns look. I don't like the way the fonts look. I don't like the Destiny motorcycles. I don't like that they took out the planet travel stuff to probably make it less like Destiny, because it's really, really going that way. I don't want just more forgettable characters. I don't like busier UIs. They look like noise to me. Every time you hit the menu, it's got to do a flash animation and get all busy. And I guess that's their idea of doing dopamine now. Whereas, the first Modern Warfare 2, I'm not talking about the remake, the first Modern Warfare 2, when you got a kill, it was gratifying. It's like the scientists had it down, the dopamine to show on the XP meter. These lights and sounds as you get a kill are going to be gratifying. I didn't even get that from this, but I am defending it. It does have good gunplay. That's it, but that's all I had good to say about it. A lot of samey enemies that I've killed. A lot of samey characters introduced. Another main plot character that I'm playing that has no personality, which they never did. Well, no, I can't say that. The main characters did, because the main characters that are in the game now were the playable characters then. And maybe you get further in the storyline and better things happen. But I'm never going to compromise who I am and be the guy who watches 80 episodes of an anime to figure out whether or not I like it. Life's too short. In my heart of hearts, the best advice I have for you is, if Borderlands 4 is your favorite game, disregard every single thing that I'm saying, because it doesn't mean anything. The Destiny motorcycles and everything, if you enjoy the fact that they haven't incentivized team gameplay anymore, where it used to be a little bit more, but I've had a wide array of disagreements with me on that, where people have spoke to me and said, well, they didn't before. Well, I don't know. In 2, you were stuck on a linear track, and in this linear track, you're headed somewhere. You couldn't pop in a new area without bringing the homies. It was incentivized team gameplay. That's gone. I don't like the loot box thing. I know that the advantage argument to the loot box thing was, if I've got a loot box, I can choose not to open this loot box. If I don't have room in my inventory, then open the loot box. But I just don't like, for Skate right now, the loot box thing's kind of working because of how they're implementing it. But this loot box thing, all right, yeah, we DM'd your reward to you. Okay, is this DoorDash? Like, what do you mean you just DM'd me? It's an update? Okay, like, what? I missed the flash. The flashy lights of, okay, you beat the big boss. Now, since you beat the big boss, you're going to open the big chest. And the big prizes are going to come out. Or you beat the big boss, and now you're going to see the spray parade, which I did. I saw a very little one. It was like the equivalent of a splash. Like, in the one boss. I killed 2 bosses that were mainline story bosses. And I made myself play more of this game because the defense argument, somebody was like, how can you say you don't like the game if you've only played 10 hours? And it's like, damn, I'm not even from here. I'm from 500 miles away. You could technically drive 600 or 700 miles in 10 hours. So that's a big question, isn't it? How much media do you get before you decide that you don't like something? I can't with Borderlands this year, and that's just me. But it may be different for you. Let me know down in the comments. I'm always interested to see what you hear. Like I said, we garner a live and let live type of environment here. So I don't want to see any hate down there, and I haven't. So, but I would love to hear your opinions. Did you buy Borderlands 4? Are you sticking out on this one, waiting for it to go on sale? Maybe it'll come out on Plus. Are you cooked on the Borderlands franchise? Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.
Of course, I forgot. The safe house power box stopped working after Claptrap attempted to integrate with it.